Hi, so this is my final MMP, including the reflection, and this is the final product of my website. So the purpose of using this technology is to really connect with parents with their children's research activities at the Greater Brunswick Charter School Youth in Action, which is an after-school enrichment program where we have students conduct a research about a community issue. And we also meet once a week for 1 hour for a span of about 12 weeks. And having to delve into a student-generated research, I felt like did not give us enough time to prepare students with the research process and to really find and to really communicate and find their research. So the main component of using this technology is to provide a space for students to meet together outside of the program so that they can share their observations and share their thoughts and overall to share their research process together. So we have 34 students enrolled into the program, which is a very large group. So we have broken them up while they were collecting data into three groups, which was the interview group, the online research and mapping group, and also the surveys group. So with that, each students can look at each group's research data so that they can integrate it and basically create a comprehensive review of their whole entire research experience. So this is the home page and it shows news, sessions, and reach out for parents to communicate to the GBCS researchers or to the research facilitators. And over here, these are the weekly blog sessions that I update, and these are the news in terms of having our May 6th performance at Rutgers University. And then this is the researchers only button. So if you click on that, it actually brings the students into their research office, their virtual research office. And all of these buttons shows what they can do. So this is the research portfolio. So if you click on that, it shows that now we actually have data. So these are the research portfolio. This is with the interview group. This is the transcribed interview from the New Brunswick police officer. So we had two students interview him, and this is the transcription so that other students can also read what students and the officer discussed. And this was the interview questions that students have generated to conduct to other students and also to a teacher. And then after that, they coded each interview transcript of what surprised them or what shocked them, and then they typed it out and they put it into a Wordle to generate a word cloud. So you see that these are the responses to the question, what is your story about alcohol in the community? And then this one is about how does alcohol affect you and your family? So these are Wordles of what stood out to students, and the larger the word, it shows what the researchers found to be most interesting. So this is our interview group data that we have here, and then for the survey group, they created the surveys and they generated three for different audiences. So these are the questions, and then these are so here's one of the survey, and this is the survey for individuals 15 and 20, and this is one for individuals who's 25 and older. And then afterwards they read each survey and they calculated them into and created pie charts such as this, and bar graphs, tally charts. So this is a sample of students' work, and then for the online research, for the mapping group, they went online and they checked where the bars are located. So here's a map of New Brunswick, and then this is what they created. It's kind of hard to see, but each dot represents where the bar or a liquor store is located. And then this is the key to what the map says. So this gives students a complete view as to everybody's work, so that they're not completely exclusive to their own work, so then they can access other people's information. And then we also have a chat room. This did a great job to actually get students to use the website outside their homes, but then I realized that they were putting personal information on it. So I deleted that chat room and I put on a new one, which was more secure, where you actually had to log into the chat room in order to communicate with each other. And then there's also help videos in terms of collecting data. So there's one about how to use Wordle. So it's a screencast. And then there is the weekly sessions, or the blogs that try to connect with parents. And let me just show you. So there are text blogs, picture blogs, and video blogs. So the most recent one was when students were analyzing the data, and this is a featured blog, and I used Animoto actually to create this one, which is a quick 30-second video about students' work. So I'm just going to play it really quickly. It's our most recent one. So this can help connect with parents with what we do every single week, so that they have a better idea of what Youth in Action really is about. And we also have a blog, Pictures themselves, where we post questions online, and we have students go on to these blog forums and to just answer the questions. So this was earlier, like this was 3 weeks ago, where we had students put in their interview questions before just to get some sort of data, and you see that there are responses for, I see drunk people running with vodka bottles, and if you click on it, you can just expand it. And also over here, there's the thing that is a bit annoying about the blog forum is that you can only see the most recent 5 posts. So the other posts that we did have is actually deleted. I would have to purchase the app in order to view more, but this was one where we talked about online research and interviews, just asking when do you think it's appropriate to use online research or interviews, and what would you look up. So then we had students like talk to one another and respond. And then, so this is where you get to comment to either one of us as the teacher, or, to the teacher, to the students. And then this is our gallery of all the pictures of the students and throughout the whole entire week. So it's pretty cool. It's like a carousel, so you just have to click on each side to like go through each picture, and I put the date on each so that you know And so there's the help button for who and like who to contact me for particular reasons. So you can contact the school or me who takes charge of the website or the whole, or my professor for the whole entire program. And then May 6th just gives you more details about our performance on Rutgers campus. So this is the invite to watch other research presentations about community issues. So, and this is the time, it's on May 6th on Bush campus at the multi-purpose room from 5 to 7. So if you're available and you're interested to see, I would encourage you to do so. So I would say that this website was a good addition to the whole entire Youth in Action experience, because since we had this website and we were taking pictures and videos of the students, like I could sense that they were more enthusiastic and were more engaged about it. The only problem I have to say is that it was actually quite difficult to log on to the website, because at first I thought it was because students didn't like it, which hence like the fact that there weren't as many comments as I hoped for. But it turns out that when you log in, it's not really child friendly in terms of recognizing that you have to click on the small little link that says existing user instead of new user, and for them to remember the username and the password even though I handed them out. It's things that they just kind of lost, and it wasn't really clear to them how to really go into the website. The same thing goes for when you actually post something on the blog forum. It wasn't really obvious as to how you can respond or how you can expand the comment. I feel like for us, like since I've used the website, like it's a bit more easier for me to maneuver, but I see how like for a child it might be a little bit more difficult, and then you might just give up or something. Like for example, if I want to respond to this question, I would have to hover and click respond, and then even with that, then students can type and then send it. And when you create a blog forum, like that's also a bit not completely obvious. So what I would do differently is I would actually incorporate maybe 5 or 10 minute mini lesson on how to really maneuver the website, on how to really log in, how to really go through each blog, how to really comment, how to really use all of the potentials of this website instead of expecting them to go home and just know. Because matter of fact, I got the most participation, like you see in the blog forum with this question. You see there are 13 responses. Like I got the most out of the students' comments when I was there for them to actually show them and to really guide each student how to access it and how to comment and what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. And I was only able to do that for the students who actually stayed 45 minutes in after the program. But otherwise, unfortunately, because of the time restraints for 1 hour a week, I didn't have enough time to really teach them how to use the website. So overall, I would say that the website is a really good, a good add-on to the whole entire Youth in Action experience. I feel like if I really taught them how to navigate through the website better, then they could really use this resource to its full potential, especially when it comes down to looking at other people's data. But I do plan on using this website on the next research session to show students to project onto the wall of students' data, which will be a lot more easier than just showing them like a poster when it's small, but I could show them on like projected onto a screen. So, and another thing that I would also like is to also just remind, is to
if I knew about this website